I'm live. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that you couldn't hear me. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, so today I'm playing this the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition, which should include all the previous endings and all the new ones that were just added. So fingers crossed. I haven't played this game before, so thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Um. Okay, turn off the music for this game. Gotcha. Alrighty, thank you very much for letting me know. I haven't like played this game or streamed it. Um, so I have background music for Minecraft, but I guess this game, according to my mod, already has background music. So let's begin. I have never played. I am super excited. Fingers crossed that I don't absolutely die. CJ say BRB gotta wake up the girlfriend. Nice, sweet. So, oh, why can't you hear the game? Um, hold on. Why can't you hear the game? All right. So, at least you can read the subtitles, but why can't you hear the game? Uh, so let's see here. All right, this is going to be a fixing moment right now because I do not know why you can't hear the game. Let me switch to a different. Let's see here. It was working earlier. That's why I'm kind of confused to why it's not working right now. So let's see. Uh, desktop audio. I don't want to, I'm scared to mess with things. How do I get it to work? Hold on one second. Will it turn on? Here, hold on. Okay, so desktop audio is not working. All right, I'm gonna need some help for this. Make sure your stream audio output didn't change. You're using OBS. So how do I double check the stream audio output? How do I check that? Stream audio, desktop audio. Okay, it'll change. Can you hear it now? Can you hear the game now? Can y'all hear the game now? Okay. I'm so sorry, guys, that it didn't, the first few minutes. He was just narrating the intro. There were subtitles, which luckily could have been read, but I am so sorry about that. I didn't realize it was working earlier, and I apologize. You gotta restart unacceptable. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me quit to the menu real quick, and let me, start over. I'm so sorry.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Alright. So now, sorry about the beginning, guys. I didn't mean for it to be that chaotic. First, my mic was muted, then desktop audio was muted. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna switch back real quick to my other screen. Actually, I'm gonna keep it on full screen, and I am going to adjust the game very slightly. There we go. Oh, dang it! Oh well. Didn't mean to click that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm gonna, this first run, I'm gonna listen to everything he says, and then I'm gonna become a little more defiant. I'll stay in it for the next round.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, which way is left? Hold on 1 second. I need a performance mode. Oh wait, left. So, let's see here. I'll stay, like, I want to go through every ending and, like, experience everything. And so I'll start exploring after this first little run through.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
No, I promise. I just want to see what it, if I do it properly, quote unquote properly the first time, what the ending is, because I haven't seen any of these endings before. I watched a playthrough.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, that's interesting. I haven't seen any of the endings, and I don't remember any of them, like the ones that I have seen. I think I've seen like 2 or 3. And I want to see them all. I want to play it all. Alright.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Why is this creepy? This is really creepy. Do I go down? He didn't tell me to go down. There are a shit ton of combinations. Yeah, that's what I heard about the game. Short. Wow, it's just because you're abnormally tall doesn't mean that I am short. Okay, okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
I'm excited to play
as though
through
he
this
felt
game,
more
honestly.
free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this
attacked.
now,
We
when
fight
for
now
years
again
it had
with
never
pillows.
occurred to him? This question
Hannah
would not
Senpai will
go
be on my
unanswered
side.
for
She'll fight
long.
with me. She'll fight you with me. Let's see.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Escape. Huh. Alright. Okay. What is this place? What is this place? Can you crouch? No.
The lights
Oh.
rose on an enormous room packed with
I would just
television
switch to dual
screens.
wielding. Wow.
What horrible secret did this place hold?
Me and Kenna will fight you
Stanley
with
thought to
pillows. How
himself.
about that?
Did he have the strength to find out?
This is really interesting. I'm scared of talking over the narrator. What this is. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing. Okay. We have a lot of employees in this building, that's for sure.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been
Wait,
under
this
someone's
isn't
control
one that I
all
was
this
thinking.
time?
I was thinking about the
Was
beginner's
this the only
guide. This
reason
one
he was
isn't
happy with his
as
boring
emotionally
job?
scarring.
That his emotions had
Where's your
been
number
manipulated to
427?
accept it blindly?
427. So it's gonna be right there. It's my little dark office room. Whose office is that? 374. What a beginner's thinking about the beginner's guide.
No.
The beginner's
He
guide.
refused to
I
believe
want to be
it.
emotionally
He
scarred.
couldn't accept
Like, how
it.
do I
His own
get the
life
beginner's
in
guide
someone
one?
else's control?
Or is it like a
Never.
different version?
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Beginner's guide and how not to get tossed by me. That's so...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Is the beginner guide a part of the Stanley Parable, or is it like a different game altogether? Can easily recommend both. Nice. What am I supposed to do? There's a 5. That's separate. Gotcha. There's a 3. I feel like I need to remember where these numbers are. A 1, 2. Where's 4? Where's number 4? Do they not have a number 4? 5. Oh, is this number 4? No, wait, this is number 3. Where's number 4 at? Where is numeral 4? Is it up there? I assume that button up there is number 4. I can't reach it. Alright, what was I having to do? I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Do I go back? Mind control. Mind control idle, awaiting input. I think it was the same co-writer or something like that.
And when at last he found the source of the room's
Oh, hey,
power,
Node. How you
he
doing,
knew it was
Node?
his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Thanks for popping in, Node. It's nice to see you. Did I just kill myself? Did I just kill myself? What is this? Alright.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the
Might have
machine,
played beginner's game
unshackled
again.
himself from someone else's command.
5 minutes in and already
Freedom
dead.
was
I know,
mere
right?
moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
They're still
Where
outside
had his
world.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight
Can I go back
streamed
and
into the
press, like, the
chamber,
on
he
button?
realized
Like,
none of this mattered to him. For it was
Oh,
not
like,
knowledge
it's
or
the
even power
outside
that he
world.
had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had
I'm
not been to
excited.
understand,
I'm super excited, actually. I
but to let
genuinely am
go.
very excited for this game.
No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the
Oh,
only
this is so
thing
pretty,
worth
but like, why
knowing.
is there a giant, like, if you
Stanley
think
stepped
this is a
through the
giant,
open door.
like, factory building? Oh, thanks for the raid,
Stanley
Fio.
felt the cool breeze upon his
Thanks for
skin,
coming in,
the
Fio.
feeling of
How are you
liberation,
doing?
the immense possibility of the new path
Oh, hi
before him.
everyone. Thank you guys
This
for the
was
raid.
exactly the way, right now,
I just
that
completed
things were
the
meant to
basic
happen.
basic
And
route.
Stanley
Go outside and touch
was
grass and
happy.
awesome. But oh, man, please no, don't ban VR. Don't ban anyone, bot. I'm here to fight Nightbot. I think I made it so Nightbot can't get mad at you anymore for links. And I remember Kenna-senpai said if I just waited in here, he'll get mad. So I'm gonna get like a hot second. So I will take this moment to talk. Fiore, how was your stream? Fiore was streaming a Final Fantasy earlier and I popped in to watch a bit of it. It was really, really nice. Close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
Oh, that
responsibility?
sounds great. I'm glad
he
you
had
had a
never
fun
been trained
stream.
for that. No.
I loved coming in and
go
making
anywhere
the
except badly.
or
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to
stupid.
wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me.
What's
In
another
here
ending?
I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he
You
waited
just
long
stand there,
enough,
there's a
the
different
answers would
dialogue.
come.
Gotcha. Best part was
Eventually,
my best
someday,
YouTuber
they
friend
would
showing up and brightening
arrive.
me my day.
Soon,
Aww.
very soon now, this
Well,
will
you
end.
popping into my
He
chat
will
makes
be
me super
spoken to.
happy, and it
He
makes
will
me
be told what to do.
extremely
Now it's
thankful.
just a little bit
You and I have to go
closer.
outside. Couldn't handle the pressure.
Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh, did I just die? uh. So I'm just gonna. If I do I just stand still or can I just like wander the office, this little indoor building? I'm gonna stand still. Oh, yeah, but I came up to Fiore and one of Fiore's what's those things called? They're not bits, but they're the redeems. One of her redeems is like a really entertaining Mega Man clip that I'm just absolutely in love with, and I made her play it. It was amazing. Yes. I was too slow with the redeems, man. Thank you all for popping in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Melody, Chu, Ravi, all of y'all. You know, the sketches are everywhere. What am I fighting for? Yes. Oh, I love that. Alright. So, I wonder if he's just gonna get mad at me for just standing around. I'm kind of scared of standing too long. I don't want to get too boring. I know there's a closet. I want to go into the closet, that's for sure. No worry, happy to be here. Yes, thank you so much for popping in. I'm gonna give it like another like 30 seconds before I go out. Because I don't want to wait too long. So there is over 20 endings to Stanley Parable, and there are in the original there's about 19, and in the new one there's over 20. I mean, it just sounds like they added one more, but honestly they added like I think like 7 or 8 more endings. So I have a lot to go through, which is extremely exciting because I really want to play this game a lot because I heard it can play with the brain. See here.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where Oh, please. Are you really just doing
Wait,
this for the
there's an
achievement?
achievement?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
20?
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble
Oh my gosh,
cause.
this is amazing.
Perhaps 50 clicks will do
Okay.
it. Yes, almost
Ready, y'all?
certainly.
Ready for the 50 clicks. 1, 2, 3,
No, I'm
Okay.
still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant
Oh my
something. It has to be
gosh.
a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to
Hustle.
see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I'm gonna check out the setting real quick. So let me double check, make sure that I remember in the original Stanley there is a where you have to like turn on the settings. 217, 217. Yeah, in the original Stanley you had to turn on the achievements. I don't know if that's actually. Oh, here it is.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
437. Was that back here? 437? Yes. Why are the doors out of
Excellent. I think we're
They're out of
getting somewhere.
order.
Now, door
Mountain
415.
Time
Let's give
BRB.
it 10 clicks or so.
Alright, let's see. 415. 415. 416. Oh, here it is.
Now, back to door number 437.
437. I didn't even realize there's an achievement for this. This is amazing. 437.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Copy machine? Where is the copy machine? Oh.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Oh my gosh. This is amazing.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
How do you climb on desk? Huh? How do I do this? Alright, you don't have a jump button.
Yes! This is
Oh.
great! You're putting it all on the
There's
line,
no
Stanley.
jump
I
button.
like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416, that was...
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
He's so cute! Oh, okay. I will go do the copy machine. He's so excited.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 43. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow.
Oh my
That felt
gosh.
amazing. Oh, you really earned it,
He
Stanley.
got so
Nothing
excited.
could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think,
Thank
only a
you.
few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
That's what
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I will... Let's see here. Let's see here. I wanted to see what that escape thing was.
Yet
Oops.
there was not a single person here either.
Do not alter
Feeling a
without
wave of
consulting.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
We're broke Wednesday. Financial panic meeting. Bosses inspection. Weekly review. Something. What to do about 423. Don't tell 432 about the meeting. 8 burn. This got is what? This code. Okay, anyways. All standard meeting topics. Yes, standard meeting topic. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. What was that click? Get Chris out of the broom closet. Who's in the broom closet? Chris? I want to go into the broom closet. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
What if I don't want to? Box is too small. That's what it said. Oh.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But I like the broom closet. Alright.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
FA. Alright, fine. Actually, I want to go downstairs.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I want to go downstairs. Let's see, what's down here?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss,
Not gonna lie, I want to
admitting he
narrate
had
my
left
life
his
in
post
actions
during
like
work
this.
hours.
Yuri, if
that.
you give me
And
free
in such
food,
a
I
competitive
will.
economy,
I promise.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my gosh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Give
Were
her
they
free
simply
food and she would
repeating?
probably kill someone, to
No,
be honest.
Stanley said
That
to
is
himself,
extremely
this is
true.
all too strange. This can't be real.
I
And
love
at
free
last,
food.
he
I will do
came to the
anything for free
conclusion
food.
that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still
Welcome back,
lucid.
CJ.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Oops, my
One he
apologies.
was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
I'm all awake. Wait, what?
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this
I guess
was
she
in
didn't
fact a
kill you
dream.
for waking
Did the
her
voice
up.
not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his
He's
back,
recovering his switch so he can
the
ask me a
fresh air of
question.
a world outside this one.
I'm scared to talk when the narrator's talking because
Let
it's
me
really
wake
interesting.
up,
I love
he
the
thought to
story.
himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Food's always the answer.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
You turned and ran. Okay, sorry. I was a little distracted. Thanks for the follow, Samwise. CJ asks, have you heard our Super Luminal? I have not. Samwise says, you should play Little Nightmares 2. What is Little Nightmares 2, Sam? Super Luminal is an illusion puzzle game. Yes, Little Nightmares. Oh, okay. What is Little Nightmares?
Wait,
Right.
Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in?
Oh, this is different.
How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
Wait, what? That's a different intro. That's different. Hold
No,
up.
no, the orders were still missing. For now.
I might have a new addiction. What's your new addiction, Kenna Senpai? Kenna Senpai. Oh, I just turned off that person's computer. What if I turn off all these computers? Will it actually do anything? Say electricity? Let's see. It's so trippy, it hurts my brains. It's a game that Jeremy played. It was definitely an interesting one. Is it a scary game, Sam? Or is it just like a normal, non-scary game? It's a scary game. I got both Little Nightmares on my Switch. You'll have to tell me what Little Nightmares is about. Oh? Input received. Okay. The Super Luminal game that CJ was talking about, it looks good. Oh, okay. Alrighty. I'm always scared of like looking over there like seeing a person walking for some reason.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So he had a different intro. If I follow the intro, will it be something, or follow the actual thing, will it be something new? Maybe I'll follow it through and then I'll just change it up at the end. There's the escape. The escape. Alright.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Tips for
Feeling a
not getting
wave of
fired.
disbelief,
Talk less.
Stanley
Do
decided to
unbelievably
go up to his
amazing work
boss's
all the
office,
time, every
hoping
day.
he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Using side to share employees that everything's okay. Make sure your site has a slick blue graphic headers, ensure calm and productive work environment. Little Nightmares, super rainbow and not scary at all. Y'all play Val? No, I do not play Valorant.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked
I'll check out
upstairs
Little
to his
Nightmares.
boss's office.
I'll check it out one day. What's this? Huh? An executive bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What if life would be to have to pick just one? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. My English, my reading abilities is a little lackluster. Nah, sadly, with school, I don't have much time for games anymore. Yeah, same here. That's kind of like why I don't play many games nowadays. Huh? What is this? What if I go up? Does this lead anywhere? Okay, and we stop, and we are right back in the same place. Okay, what if I go down? I still got college and gotta work, though kinda hard to find time to play, so I get you. Does it just play music? Is that all this is for? I managed to find time playing Banjo-Kazooie. Oh yes, I freaking love Banjo-Kazooie. How many worlds have you completed so far,
Stepping
Sam?
into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
That's definitely
not
one
an
game I wanna
indication
play.
of any human life.
Right,
What could it mean?
2, 4,
Stanley wondered
2.
aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
Was it
desperate
2,
for clues
5,
to his
2,
situation.
4?
But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's
I remember.
desk. What could its
2,
purpose be?
4,
In fact, this
5.
keypad
Almost
guarded the
100%
terrible
all 5.
secret
Need
that
one
lay
more,
buried below
on
his
GP
feet.
on one
And so the
level.
boss had assigned
Are
it
you
an extra secret pin
playing
number,
like
2845.
are you playing on
But of course,
2845? Oh,
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet
2845.
incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
So,
happened to
which world
input
has
the
been your
correct
favorite
code
in
by sheer
Banjo-Kazooie so
luck.
far? Sam
Amazing.
Williams.
He stepped
Sam
into the
Whale.
newly opened passageway.
Let's see. What if I go the escape route? What if I press the maybe next time I'll try pressing the up button to see if that takes me anywhere. Okay. Did it do a loading screen last time, or am I just not remembering it properly?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
nope.
Mind Control Facility.
I don't want to go that way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I want to do it. I want to do it.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still
No.
had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I definitely could, if I wanted to. But
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
I
and
am.
willingly confront his death.
I am. You gotta take it on head first. You really do. In Bubblegoop Swamp, where I became the alligator, I can bite at angles that way. Oh, I love the alligator. The alligator has like the cutest like little noise when it goes like wee. The end is never. The end is never. Just like Dixie. Oh, Lord. Okay. Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No. No. Ah.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the
Oh.
narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his
I don't know
body,
how to spell
killing
it.
him
Spell it.
instantly.
I can't say it. I have played Phasmophobia. I haven't played it in my recent comeback era, but I have played it before, and I definitely will be playing it.
And yet it would be just a
I
few
usually play with
minutes before
phones.
Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Wait, Stanley was already dead from the moment you hit start. What? The office. 102. Oh, it said 101. It's odd. Buttons. Oh. Well, lucky my girlfriend, she doesn't even want to watch horror movies. I am actually extremely scaredy cat. Like, I get super, super scared. But it's a lot more fun to play with other people. I'll probably like chicken out the moment that my party dies. My BF is like that, but he loves to watch people suffer. That's a whole mood. I like scary games, but maintenance room. Early version of the maintenance room. But I get really scared really quickly. But I do enjoy the game still. I don't know how to play it very well. Warzone. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting the build that was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Oh, that's actually really cool. Oh, kind of sad that they didn't implement it like as like maybe an extra add-on you could get. I need life advice. Are you gay? From Dink Dunk. Subject gay. Are you gay? Narrator emails. At the second trailer, we sent out people asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use it further promotional material, we've never found the perfect use for them. Here are the selection of those emails. Simper Infinite Quest. How many endings? If a Simper is really gonna let me go shopping, I hope it finds selection of dessert boots. Haha, I love seeing people suffering. When it comes to Minecraft, I'm the most evil one, so people have fun, actually have gold, take their revenge on me so they won't get bored. Easy tactic. Yes, I am king. These are little extras from the game development. That's really cool. How's the game going? I hope it's good. Oh, or better than the first one. Oh, sweet. It was a one before this? Well, like, but not like, oh wait. Is this the old? Wait, this. Okay, I'm just confusing myself. Meeting room. I guess these are like all the items. And let's see. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? Do I have to like restart the game? Or restart it, go back to the beginning? I feel like I might have to. Let me double check. Let's see, it's but saying no, it's crouch just need. Beta. After that, the female narrator tells you the only way to save Stanley is to quit the game, but staying put will have the metal jaws cracked. Oh. Okay, so do I need to just go through the entire museum? There should be an exit sign somewhere if I remember right. Melody, nah, there's an exit around here somewhere. Okay, so I gotta find the exit. Where is... You should try Superluminal on Steam. I will check it out, definitely, for sure. Because you also suggested The Little Nightmare.
It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively
that
if you
scared
had
me.
even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it.
How about
Here,
they're throwing a
I'm just going to
surprise
make this
party
easy
for
on
him.
you.
I want to see you hurt your brain. Wow. Dang, I'm still a small streamer and y'all just already want me to be tortured. You know, I got all hyped up and I couldn't get it to download for some reason. I got all hyped up. Hyped up for the...
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one
Superluminal.
another. How they both wish to be free.
Why can't you download it?
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
You keep wanting to watch me get my brain hurt by Superluminal, but you
Listen
haven't
to
even
me.
played it
You can
yet.
still save these two.
You
You can
gotta
stop
play
the
it.
program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game.
Wait,
As long
what
as
if
you
I
move
don't?
forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
I don't know, but it only shows the soundtrack for some reason. Oh, that's weird. I wonder why it's doing that to you. So I am gonna go back and do the entire thing, speed run.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Shush, I don't have
What could
money.
it mean?
What makes you think
Stanley
I'd have
decided
money,
to go to the meeting
CJ?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, I'm gonna rush down to the exit or the
Stanley came to a set of
do
two
the
open
on
doors.
button next
He
time.
entered the door on his left.
Do the on button next time, where like when it does like the mind control on or off. I want to do the on
Yet there
button,
was
see what
not
it
a
does.
single person here
I just
either.
you play it.
Feeling a
I'll
wave
play
of
it.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. He fell to his knees, bursting into half moans, half sobs.
This is
the
different.
guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep
This
going.
is different.
Here on the floor, he lay prone, paralyzed by fear for nearly a full hour. But when at last he began to move about and survey the situation, he found a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could it mean? Was it a sign of hope for Stanley's future? Alas, it was not. For
I gave you
although
money
this
for your
keypad
dog so
guarded the
that you can save
terrible
money to
secret
buy
of Stanley's
Superluminal.
past, it had been assigned a 4-digit code so devious and so random that no man could ever hope to guess it. 2845. Statistically, nearly impossible, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley
I don't know
happened
why,
to
that felt
input
different
the
for some
correct
reason.
code by sheer luck.
Only shows the
Amazing.
soundtrack, not
He
the
stepped
game.
into
That's
the
really
newly
weird that
opened
it's doing that to
passageway.
you. I just want to do the... What if I can't click the up. So I am going to try the on button, see what it does. And, oh, my back popped. Oh, that felt nice. Do any of y'all like having y'all's, like,
Stanley
like,
walked
back
straight
pop?
ahead through the
I
large
feel like it
door
feels so
that
good.
read Mind Control Facility.
Let's see here. Oh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh. How rude. How rude.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I'm gonna
This
consider
mind control
They're
facility,
being trippy before
it was
you
too
can even get in the
horrible
game,
to
I
believe
presume.
it couldn't be true. Had Stanley
Oh,
really been under someone's
wait, did it
control
actually
all
work
this
and it was just being
Was this the
weird?
only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So let's see here.
No.
No,
He refused to
he
believe
refused
it.
to
He
believe.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Can
And as the
Senpai, is the
cold
game
reality
finally
of his
working,
past
or
began
is
to
it
sink
still being
in,
weird?
Stanley decided that this machinery would
just want my
never
brain hurting,
again
not brain
exert
abuse.
its terrible power over another human life.
Sounds like
For
an unhealthy
he
relationship.
would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that
Thanks
this
for the
machine is
news.
activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the
Primary
control
switch is
wrested
really
away from you,
scary.
it's quite rich.
So
I almost
switch
hate
is
to
where
see it
it's
go.
supposed
But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
I'm like, I have
See
like
you
no idea
made
what I'm doing.
humble.
Can I actually
This is
stop
not a
it?
challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Jesus Christ. That was intense. Alright.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I only hope that he would one day see weather. Is that like a hint? Is that a hint? Let's see here. Oh, I just hit my earphone. Was not pleasant. Yeah, I don't know how to buy spoons. Oh, that's so unfortunate. You would think that it just would be as easy as like a download and then
When Stanley
download
came
and
to a set
go.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright. I will go. Let's see here.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What if I just like don't go into his office?
Stepping...
Oh. Oops. Alright, what can I... Do I just go back down? I don't know what to do at this point. Money, yes, money. Wait, hold on. Oh, I thought it was like a... There's like asterisks over like special ones. Maybe the elevator actually leads... No? No. Is it... Is it broken? Okay, what do I do? Do I have to go the right way now? No? I can't, like, do anything. Well, besides close that door, but, like, I can't do anything. That's... Did I break it? Well, that's kind of creepy. What is this? I kind of don't like it now that the narrator's not around. It's kind of creeping me out. I don't know why. I'm gonna pop off for a bit to go shower. Alright, Kenna, thank you for hopping into the watch for a bit. I really appreciate it. I might still be streaming when you're done, but if not, I'm glad that you were able to come and join in and say hi. Don't die. I will try not to. This feels really creepy. I don't like it now the narrator's not gone. Like, now I feel like I have to take his job position. Do I just keep going up? What is this? Huh. What is it? This is kind of creepy. So, I'm not entirely sure what to do. Do I just keep going up? Time to narrate your own story. Dang it, now I actually have to stream more of this stuff. So wait, that was 7:58. 7:59. 7:60. Escape pod launch pay. Launch a. Scape. Okay. Why is this creepy? Oh. Alright. What was that? What was that? Escape pod? What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Why does something feel off about it? Why does something feel off? Something feels weird about it. That's why I'm being really quiet. I don't know. Oh. Input received. Oh wait, that was with 419 last time. Okay, I wonder if that leads to a different ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I do. I do want to go to the employee lounge. I feel like that'd be a lot of fun. I am
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes. Drinking it all in. Alright,
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
what if I don't? What if I don't?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Huh? This kind of looks like a portal.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
didn't know he was
Good
gonna
job,
die.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I didn't know he was gonna die.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
A sign. It's a sign to take the right door again. Is any of the other ones gonna have an input now? Did I double check? I'll worry about that. I want to take the right door again. I actually want to see where it goes. Whenever I take the right one fully. I like this game. I like it so far. It's a lot of fun.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
I'm very cool.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Nope.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? Yeah, I'm really
This is
scared
it,
of
Stanley.
talking too much because I
Your
don't want to
chance
talk over the
redeem
narrator.
yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Who's been waiting? Do I have a wife? Oh, I have a wife.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one.
Should have let him finish. I'm kind of curious what he had to say now. Let's see.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh,
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
oh, why did I scream like that? That really genuinely scared me. Oh my god.
This is a very sad
Wasn't
story about
expecting
the
that.
death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning. Employee X, press X on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a
Okay.
boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
What if I don't? Damn, this is my wife. She's kind of hot. Press. Oh.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
I'm a good boy.
Now he's pushing a button. Now
I'm
he's
a
eating
good
lunch.
boy.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
All
But in
right.
his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley
adventure.
dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful.
This
And
is
each
very
day that he
wonderful.
returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Oh, I can watch TV? Hell yeah.
And so he began to fantasize
Wow.
about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss,
I
everyone in
jump?
the
Like,
building
I know I
had
can't,
suddenly
but I
vanished
really wish I
off the
could.
face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
That's why I prepared dinner.
As he wandered through this
Oh.
fantasy world, He began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and
I wonder what the
mind
point of this one
controls.
is.
And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
A yellow line in a game with the baby.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here. Watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Alright, so what if I don't push the button? Push all the buttons. I'm very good at pushing buttons. But like, what if I... Oh, for the follow, Yoshi. Thank you for the follow. I am right now playing Stanley Parable.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way
And
that
the
he'll
narrator is
understand
pissed
that
off
every
at me.
second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Thanks for
How can I
popping
get
in.
him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question J to question
I
nothing.
suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I
Oh, I
don't
love
make
the little
rules.
dancey
I
dance
simply play to
songs.
my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
I must.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
Maybe this
And I
time.
tried again.
Please
And Stanley
die.
pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh no.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
This game is so fun to look at. Well, that's unexpected. I'm glad you think it's fun to look at. It's fun to play. It's just I don't talk much because I don't want to interrupt the narrator. Because like the storyline I find really interesting.
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of The Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
This feels like a horror
Step
ride.
inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The
I
Stanley
don't like
Parable
this. I
Ultra
don't like this narrator.
Deluxe.
I want to go to the
Oh,
old
well,
one.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Me too.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content.
At
I've
long
never
last.
been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yes, narrator. Narrator cool.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content.
All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I jumped. Can I'm gonna save. I think you should. I don't know. I feel like I should.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new
I
content.
know I can jump.
There
I
has to be
can't jump
something
outside
else,
of the
right?
jump circle though. I'm pressing space and it won't let me jump
Another
outside of it.
elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable
Oh, the
Ultra Deluxe,
savageness.
now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Oh, you're right. There's more.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding
That's
me. You see,
it?
Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Find them on
It's
Twitter.
my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation
Twitter.
around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
I kind of don't want to Oh, it forced reset. I didn't do that. Aw. Narrator. Narrator.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
This is weird. This is really cool though. I'm really enjoying it. We love loading. Okay, there we go.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
Oh, this
It's
is
where
so
I've been
cool.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Hold on, my iPad crashed. I need to get my VTuber back real quick. Sorry about that. Give me one momento. So I should be working. Let me double check real quick. Yes, alright, that's good. Fantastic.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then,
Nice
it all
dollar.
meant something. Oh,
Smile because
wait.
it happened. Stanley Parable demonstration. Demo? Unachievable. Is it impossible to get this achievement? Is there actually an achievement that's impossible to get in this game? That's really interesting. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Oh, I don't think I'd be able to get that achievement in a while. New video game releasing today. Nominee British Academy Award story. Oh. Are these actually like awards that the game got? That'd be really interesting. It's really cool. I like the music. Oh, the music's really chill.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust
really
in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
The serious room? I want to go into the serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
This gives me like
Oh God, no.
Back for
Stanley, it's a
Blood
collection of
and
reviews from
Dead by
Steam,
Daylight
the
and
online video game
those games.
distributor.
9 out of 10,
I
the
haven't
game
looked
was
at these
perfect.
in years. I can't even imagine what's been
Oh my
collecting
god, thank
down
you for
here.
noticing that.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
How dare they?
Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Oh.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
There's like crates beyond crates of these Steam reviews. I would be really curious about like how well the reviews of these games did. Like, I'm pretty sure that one's a good one.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy.
Have you read
Honestly, you
Forest?
can. Oh,
Have you heard? Oh wait, have
This
you
is
heard the
actually quite
Forest?
shocking
Dun
for
dun
me.
dun.
I always, well, to be honest, I had
sure.
always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game.
Are these actual reviews? Like, are these actual people who reviewed the game?
Maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to.
Aww.
These black marks are my
The
otherwise
narrator, I love
unimpeachable
the
track
narrator though.
record.
He makes the game fun.
I feel like a
I
failure.
don't care what anybody else
Like
says.
I let
I
these
enjoy the
people down.
narrator.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as... What's this one got to say?
Isn't quite as what? Ah, damn! I walked too
have to stop
fast.
doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
Oh, skip
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it
The
couldn't
Force
hurt.
is a survival
Not if
exploration
it means
crafting
we can
game, but
strike
it
these
looks
negative
good.
reviews from the
Oh,
record.
I think
Only positive reviews of the Stanley
I've
Parable.
only
That's
seen
my motto
like
today, and it's always been my
gameplay
motto.
of it, but I
I'd
haven't
do
played it. But I
anything
think
for the
that'd be a
customer,
fun game to
Stanley.
play one
Yes,
day.
a
The
skip
Force.
button we shall have.
Yeah, it's only 5 gigabytes. Oh damn.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the
Thank you for
second
the
my
follow,
incessant
Saeed.
droning starts to
If
bore
I
you
mispronounce your
with
name, I
just the push of a
apologize, but I
button,
appreciate
you'll
the
have
follow.
zipped right
Thank you
past
for
it.
coming in
It's
and
what the
watching.
players have been asking for, and
I don't
I'm
know
very
how, but it
proud to
still
have
looks
delivered.
good.
No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like
You
this.
got it right.
The story
I'm glad I
and
got
the
your
choices,
name right.
or what have you, and therefore by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably we all until the end of time, at which
Okay, so
oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
oh,
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been
What if I
aptly
press it
demonstrated,
again?
and we can say goodbye to it and just wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room?
you're right.
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere?
Sorry.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you
I
keep pressing
genuinely
it, I have
wonder
no
how
idea
much,
what will happen.
like,
I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything
I wonder
else,
how
I don't
much
know how to stop you from pressing the button.
Scripts that this
Stanley,
dude.
you're back.
Oh.
You're back. Oh my goodness, I have someone to talk to again.
How
Stanley,
much
I
dialogue
think
the
it's been a
narrator
week.
recorded for this?
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that.
I'm sorry, narrator.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is.
I'm sorry. Narrator? Narrator? hope he's not dead. Oh no. Oh, why is this creepy? Oh, this is so creepy.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes?
When
They
the
bemoaned,
narrator
they
isn't
screamed,
there,
they
makes it, like,
gnashed their
feel
teeth and said,
creepy.
entertain
I don't
us.
know why.
It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then he's...
What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't like the silence. The silence is kind of creepy.
never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the
Oh,
end, is never
that's
the
creepy.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
That's
is never the
creepy.
end, is never the
I
end.
knew it
is
has a
never
sub
the
badge. I
end,
would
is
buy
never the
quickly.
end,
Oh,
is never
thanks.
the end, is never the end.
I'll have to
is
come up
never
with a
the end,
design
is-
whenever I finally become affiliate. Hopefully that won't be too much longer. This is creepy. I don't like it. I mean, I love it, but I don't like it. It's like a weird relationship. Oh, that was really weird. Oh. How much can I skip through before, like... How long have I been skipping? End is never the end, is never the end, Can I leave? I wanna go. But, like... I go? Oops. Am I gonna be stuck? Okay, no. I'm not gonna be stuck. Oh, wait, crap. Am I gonna be stuck over here? Alright. Oh, this is pretty. Okay, this is actually really pretty. Is the narrator alive? Where's the narrator? Huh? I'm gonna have like, it's never the end, it's never the end, like haunting my dreams tonight. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't like the way that this is going. This is really freaky. How much can I skip? Oh my god. Oh lord. What happened? Oh my gosh. Alright, I did not expect that. I did not expect this. Well, guys, it seems like we're going on an adventure. I have no idea where this is going. This is a part of the new content, so... I'm not entirely sure. Does this have an end? Or does it end on its own, or do I have to, like, restart? Let me see... Okay, it restarted itself. That's good. I was getting kind of worried. So, I'm gonna try to get
All
one
of
more
his
ending.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm
Stanley
trying to
decided to
do
go
one
to the
more
meeting
ending
room.
before
Perhaps
I
he had
call it a
simply
night
missed a
for
memo.
the stream. Because I am going to get way too, like, stuck.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
But I wanna... But I wanna go this way. Can I go this way? I guess I'll go this way. Sorry that I was coughing. I had a tickle in my throat. Let's go this way. I guess he said he had wanted to do. He said he had something he wanted to show us, and so I will let him show me the. I got Superliminal for $8. OMG, it's on my Steam. Oh hell yeah! You have to let me know how it goes. We were talking about it a lot earlier, so I'm really curious how the gameplay is. So like next time that you see me, if you get a chance to play it, yeah, let me know how it goes. And then
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Stanley Parable 2. The end is never the end again.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2
Fawn's actually
is
showed
going
me
to
about
be.
G2A.
But let's take a look at some of the
actually
features
kind of
I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts,
how do I say
that surely the
familiar that
game
you
will
said
sort of
that? Like,
naturally
it's
spring
a
up around
familiar
them. It'll all work
website.
itself out. Game development is
So,
much
I
more
think
of a
that's really
fuzzy
cool.
magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
What do we go? Oh, this is so cool. But this is I want to check out that other ending.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Button that says the name of the player playing the game. Superliminal for $8. I've never used G2A. I've always been really curious. I've always been really curious about how that works. Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. So let's go check out the button that says the player's name.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course,
Too big, too small,
first and
just
most
right.
obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game.
Let's see
Isn't
how
that
accurate it is.
wonderful?
It's wonderful. Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim.
Only says
But of
the
course, in
name
the
Jim.
final game,
All
this
right.
button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
I am Jim.
Just play along. I promise
am
you'll
Jim.
love it. Okay, here we go.
I am
Let's take a
Jim.
deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Gotcha.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being
My first time using
heartbroken as
it, I got
Jim,
that game.
seizing all
Damn,
the
that's
world's
nice.
possibilities
Glad it
as
worked out
Jim,
for you.
and as Jim watching your dreams crumble
Jim
into
is my
dust.
favorite VTuber.
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press. Yes! You see?
I am Jim.
What a thrill! What a rush! That was
I
you!
am Jim.
The button described you.
I am
Do it again,
Jim.
do it again. Jim. It hits even harder the
Why
second
does
time.
he sound
If this
like
were the only
he's
new
getting
feature in the
excited,
Stanley
like,
Parable 2,
too
it would
excited
still be
for
worth the
this?
money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Alright. So, can I go back? And yeah, okay. I can go back and I'll check out the other features. Ah, yes, Jim the VTuber. Well, did you know that there's actually, like, dad VTubers out there? Like, VTubers
I suppose I could allow only
Oh.
people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
What's collectibles? I feel like this new content is going to take a while for me to finish.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Jim the VTuber.
Now
I am
here's
now
something
Jim.
special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the
Melody
sequel
just
to at
calls me
last
Jim.
satisfy the hordes of ravenous
That's
fans all
amazing,
over the
Melody.
world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Alright, well I guess we're not getting that achievement. Oh, what a bummer. They're still gonna just have us sitting on the edge. Why can't I English? My English is like everywhere.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Collectibles? Can you find them?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move
Oh,
the
this
hell
is-
on
why
with
is
your
it creepy?
unremarkable life.
Why is that creepy? Oh. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Should I throw a fruit snack at Luella? Wow. Can you find him? Alright.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
It is absolutely tragic. Tragic. Exit jump circle. I wanna go check out this infinite hole. Infinite? Why does Fonz want to throw the fruit snack at me? I don't know why. No screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on
Happy 12th
Get
birthday,
Well Someday
Stepnies.
and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go
Oh
with?
no, stepbrother. Get well someday. Happy 12th birthdays.
You know,
Eat
sometimes
snack.
when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy
Aw.
12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
So really, my opinion didn't like matter in that? Wow. Wow, that's so rude.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Happy 12th birthday, Stepnies. I want to go to the infinite hole. I keep like passing it up. Sounds really interesting. That's why I'm like, where is it though? It's over there. Alright. I will not get distracted this time. I will stay on track, I promise. I will go to the infinite hole. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Fonz has never played this game before. I don't think he's even seen gameplay of it. So like, I was like really excited to show him this game.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in
Never?
fact a hole that you can
It's
fall
never
down
been
forever.
done?
That's right.
wanna
Infinite
bet?
falling. You can fall until the
I'm also
end
looking
of
for the
time, if you
collectibles
like.
now. I
A
have no
stunning
idea
leap
where they
forward
are.
for video games as a medium.
Whee! Alright. Let's
You
just...
see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since
Oh,
you've gotten
infinite
to
is
see
infinite.
the infinite
I will stay on track,
hole,
Luella
you can press the
2022.
teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
What if I just don't? What if I just, like, keep falling?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button.
I don't want
to
to
go
get
back
anybody
to the top.
sick. I don't want anybody
Maybe
to
do
get
it on
dizzy
the
from this.
sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No, I want to keep going. I want to go.
Okay,
is-
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Slightly exaggerated.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... hey, well, good for you.
Oh.
You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a
Oh
cheat,
my
and you're so
God.
clever. Look, I
hit
think the
the
issue
bottom
here is just
of
that
the
you're
infinite.
unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely?
I do.
I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Hey, don't put that on me. I'm not the one who lied
Look,
about the whole map
things
being
got a little
infinite.
heated there. I think we both said
You're
some
a
things we
liar.
didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole
Mostly infinite.
If that works for
I
you,
love that.
then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
Okay.
I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I will come up there. with
Great.
you.
Now, I'm very excited to show you
Thank you
even
for
more of
that.
my ideas for the sequel.
Thank you. I want to go get the bucket. I saw that. I swear if my mouth keeps open randomly. I keep like having tiny yawns. Just a small yawn. And what's over here? Settings world champions. No idea what that means. Let's see. That's new. What's this? Epilogue?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley?
It
yes,
would.
yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
When are you gonna be live again? I am going to be streaming tomorrow, actually. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow, and if you can't make it, then I also will be streaming Friday. I'm pretty sure it was Friday on my schedule. And it will kind of depend if I finish the Stanley Parable or when I finish the Stanley Parable.
A common complaint of the
I'll stop
Stanley
streaming
Parable
it,
was that it was
but
confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered
sorry.
a chaotic sense of reckless
OMG,
despair in those
I
who
bet.
played.
OMG, but
Well,
I'll be here tomorrow. Oh,
I'm
thanks
happy to
for-
say that after much
Thanks for that,
consideration,
CJ. Yeah, I
I've
know
engineered
this
a clever
is
solution
kind of
to this
a long
fundamental
stream. I
problem
should
of the
have
game.
not gone down
It's the Stanley
the new
Parable
content
reassurance
and
bucket.
play
You
Superliminal.
see, Stanley,
I'm
anytime you're
broke.
holding the bucket,
I
a sense
can't just,
of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
But yeah,
As long as
I'm
you
gonna
hold on to
be
the
probably
bucket,
playing the
the
Stanley
many
Parable
disorienting
tomorrow, and I might play it
contradictions of the
again
Stanley
on
Parable
Friday.
will
And
feel
hopefully I'll be
perfectly
done
normal and
with the
perhaps
game.
even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance
Give me the
while
bucket.
the bucket is
I
in
want
your
the bucket.
arms.
Give me
And
the
to be
bucket.
honest,
I want the bucket.
it's a
Give me
much
the
more
bucket. Give me the
convenient
bucket.
solution
Give me
for
the-
me than
give me-
actually
give me-
redesigning
give
the
me-
game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Why is
Can
he
you
laughing?
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must
my
already be
God.
sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
An air
I think that just
charisma?
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Does the bucket make me
The
more
benefits of the
attractive?
bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, thank you so much. What do I do with the bucket? What do I
Does
do
anyone
with
give
it?
out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Alright, and then what do I do? How do I exit? Is there anything more here? Let's see. Collectibles for achievement, mostly infinite hole. Oh, there's that black door. Did I already go down there? Settings world champion. I mean, I already tried opening that, but it wouldn't open. So I'm not... Yeah, it doesn't open. I'm not entirely sure what to do then there. Oh, and that's new. That was the epilogue thing, wasn't it? How do I leave this place? I don't want to be here anymore. do I go back? Hmm. 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 I'm kinda lost, not gonna lie. Not entirely sure where to go. Just... Let's see here. Oh. Oh, exits this way. Yay. Yay, we can finally leave. Alright, I kind of want to get out of this new content area. Damn.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I have.
Ready to move on now?
I am. Thank you very much for my bucket. I wonder who that is.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not
I do.
exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Alright.
Okay. Are you ready?
Are you sure?
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Nice.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind.
It has
Hold on,
potential.
let me do a
No,
different
don't-
arrangement.
Don't be upset.
Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Yes.
Who am I
It's
kidding, Stanley?
fabulous.
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a
I think
sequel
there's, like, the
that
jump
would
circle
capture
inside
all the
the infinite
magic of the
colon. That was
first
amazing.
game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up.
You
All
got
right,
this.
perfect.
You can do this.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Take a look.
Yay. Alright, now where are you taking me? Nice. Get in the game. Alright. Where are you? What's going on this time?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
All the
427.
buttons.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm kind of sad
Stanley
that my
decided to
bucket's
go to
gone.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where's my bucket? I want my bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Thank you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I want to see how it ends if I bring the bucket with me. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to see how the ending is, like if it's going to change depending if I have the
Still
bucket.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever.
The
Perhaps
bucket's
his
warm.
boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Alrighty. I'll do your little,
Coming to a staircase,
game.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I shall. I'll do what you tell me to.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire
Yes, bucket
if not
warmth.
for the soothing presence of the bucket.
The soothing
Even
presence
now,
of the
in
bucket.
his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always,
I don't know where the
bucket
hole's at.
and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed
I
in
would
the
love to
tender
figure out where the
spiritual
hole's at.
connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
The emotional
Nor in his
connection
bliss
with
of
the
simply being near
bucket.
the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Oh wait, I keep getting mixed up. Or do they change it every time? Do they change it every time, or
But
am I just
Stanley
slow?
guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Was it the
Was the
bucket knew?
bucket guiding him?
The
Yes,
bucket.
this is certainly the most logical explanation.
That's incredible. Alright, let's go. I love the narration of the bucket. This is amazing. I do want to know where the infinite, quote unquote, infinite holes
The
are.
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Okay.
It would be all Stanley
Gotta
could do to keep himself
forget.
together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right.
Do y'all need
The
a soothing
bucket is here
bucket?
for you,
We
Stanley.
need a bucket for this
Everything
times.
will be fine.
Alright.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind
What if I-
Control. Although this passageway had the word is, but of course, Stanley and the bucket thought better of it and realized they simply had too much to live for. Nope. It's death for Stanley and the bucket.
Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Alright, no, I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say. I'm sorry, but can you move your model over so we can see the bucket better? Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. I will do that real quick. Let me just scoot. Hold on. Yeek. Okay. Now you can see the bucket.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Ah, yes, the bucket wandered. It wondered why. Bucket's got these great deep thoughts, man. Let's just do it.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket
I wonder
had
if
never
I could
seen
take the
anything
bucket
like
into other
this, and it
endings.
very nearly burst into tears as Stanley
bucket
cradled it
nearly
gently,
burst.
reassuring it
Dead.
that everything would be fine.
This is incredible.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Oh, the bucket ending.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
No, I can't trust anyone except for the bucket. Bucket is like... Fiore, I found your partner. Partner in crime, the bucket. Okay.
But here was the
Oh,
proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
bucket or not
Happy
to
or
bucket, that's the
sad or
question.
content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good.
Oh
Two
my
best
gosh.
friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way,
They
and the bucket made a
high-fived.
sassy comment about taking down the
Oh
system.
my god. Oh my god, the bucket made a sassy comment. Oh my god.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
I would love to
Yes,
see.
they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the
I wanna see
tyrannical
all
grip
the
of the
lines that
evil
you
mind
recorded
control
about the
machine.
bucket.
Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly,
Shimmer off.
the two of them began to
The light
discuss the kind of
shines on the
life they
bucket.
wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on,
Me and the
to
bucket are
trust,
gonna
to
have a long,
support.
happy life together in a family. Will you support our bucket
What?
family?
Wait, what was happening? Why had the door stopped?
Say what?
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
Huh?
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
My bucket!
Even the
No.
facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket.
My
Go
bucket!
any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Oh my god. I was about to find. Oh. Alright, well, anyways, guys. That was a very weird route that I had just taken, but it was a lot of fun. Sequel is now paused. Anyways, guys, I am going to call it a night here because it is getting a little late for me, and I know it's getting late for a bunch of y'all. So I really appreciate you all stopping in to watch my stream. I really appreciate y'all for talking and chatting. Uh, what's up, CJ? What do you? But I had a lot of fun, and I really hope to see you guys again. And tomorrow I'll be playing some more Stanley Parables, so if you can come tomorrow, I really appreciate it. If you can't, I completely understand. Thank you all and have a great night. Wow, Chew.